Radhen, tell me a couple of achievements in your career.
Okay, so if I have to talk about some of my achievements at my working life, I would have to say that everyone at work called me as a bug fixer because whenever someone are not able to find any solution or they are stuck with some error, then they always come to me, and then I carefully analyze their code and I always find out their bugs. And if I were to talk more about my achievements, then I would say I'm also a very creative person. So always if there's any concerns, let's say our site are not getting recognized in Google, then my manager always come to me and they ask for my opinions.
Okay, so
Well,
number one, if there is any bugs, you are the go-to person to get help.
mhm.
And number two, if there is any Google related
Search
SEO
engine
issue,
optimize.
you are the reliable person where your manager can rely you. Okay, good. Yeah, so that is a very smart answer. I think that can impress the client, but talk a bit slow. You have to put your point very clear and concise.
Okay.
And by the way, after this interview, there is a call. I am trying to hire one person who can work on your communication skills. Okay. You need not have to pay anything extra. This is a part of the program. So whoever has a little bit of communication skills, which I feel are going to be blockers for their job search. So I will be identifying them and adding them to those calls so that they daily there will be communication skills training. So currently we have identified Sai Kiran and Soumya for a demo class today. So she just wants to understand the nature of the requirement that we have. So Sai Kiran, feel free to, I think you got the invite already, right?
Yes, sir, I do have.
Yeah. So you and Soumya, please join the call.
Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
let's go with Sri Lakshmi.
Yes, sir.
So Sri Lakshmi, you are a quality analyst. So tell me three key technologies that you are quite comfortable with and three technologies that you are not comfortable with in your current job.
Okay, sir. To start with, the three technologies that are comfortable with is in API testing, I'm comfortable working with Postman. And for the bug tracking tool, I was comfortable working with Jira. And the other technology that I'm comfortable working with is REST API also. And the other three technologies that I'm learning now are
Not,
Jenkins.
not learning now that you're not comfortable with.
Yeah,
I mean,
right now I'm not comfortable. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, Jenkins,
Okay.
Selenium,
Mm-hmm.
and GitHub.
Okay. So you are telling two primary technologies that you are not comfortable with, which will end up as a deal breaker for your interview.
Right now, sir, yeah, I'm still working on them.
But we are mocking, so as if it is a real interview. So I won't be selecting you if you say you don't know Selenium, right?
Okay.
So this is the trick which recruiters or the interviewers play. They wanted to know what you are weak at, and if that is the technology that they need it as a strong one, then you are a direct mismatch. So they won't waste your time continuing your interview further. Understood? So we have to be, even though we don't like Selenium, since we know that it is a core technology, we should not say that I don't like it. You can rather say something like, for example, I'm just giving an example. You can say, I don't like cucumber.
Okay.
Okay, so cucumber is a nice to have in most of the cases or sometimes must have. But even if you don't know that, many a time it is not going to be a deal breaker. But if you say directly Selenium, then it's going to be a deal breaker. You understood, right?
Okay.
Okay, good. Sanket Bhai,
Yes,
so
sir.
for you, tell me two scenarios in your current job where you are not able to deliver up to the expectation, up to your expectations or your manager's expectations.
Okay, there was one time, like a couple of months back, then we were in the end of, we were nearly at the end of the project, and I was supposed to make a very important presentation for doing data visualization and creating visualization charts and dashboards. But just 2 days before the deadline of the project, I got sick. Like I got the COVID, and I couldn't deliver the a very good version of the report. So I was a little bit where I didn't reach the expectation of my manager.
I asked two.
Other would be sorry, sir. Right now I can't think of others.
Yeah, you should always have these things handy. You
Yeah, I
should,
had this one handy, but other I only prepared one.
yeah, the reason why people ask this question is to know how much are your ability to admit your mistake, or ability to identify the problems within you, and ability to improvise upon those problems. This is a characteristic trait that they wanted to know from you. That is why they ask this question. So everybody should be, quite prepared. See, many a times we get questions which we need to spontaneously answer, even without any preparation. That is what all about managing the interview means. So you should be quite prepared enough. Okay. So let's go to Shruti.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, Shruti, what role you are working on in your current project?
In my current project, I'm one of the team member who is managing the university portal website,
For which university?
University of Toronto.
Okay. So, are you working for any client or you are working for a university?
I'm working for the university.
Is it a full-time role or a contract role?
It's a contract role.
When is the contract coming to an end?
My contract is for 14 months. It's gonna end within 2 months.
One
Sir,
or 2 months?
2 months.
2
Sir,
months.
actually, can we say, I have found out, can we say it's 1 year or 14 months, 16 months, something like that?
No,
Because
I think you,
it's 1 year, like 1 year is finished already.
you do not seem to have followed the YouTube video I have made, right? When anybody asks you when is your contract coming to an end, you should always say it is
By the
coming
end of
to
this
an
month.
end of
But
this.
end of the month, I saw, sir. But the thing is, like, can we say in months, because it's already 1 year?
No, so then that will be a follow-up question.
Yeah, how many months your contract? Then how I need to answer that
Yeah,
question?
you can say the contract was for 1 year, they extended it for 3 months, and that is
3
going to be
months.
completed.
Okay, sir. I got it.
Yeah, you have to be extremely. You should not give anything which is more than what they are asking.
Because we have contract roles for 1 year or 2 years, right? Something like that,
That
right?
is yourself overthinking.
Okay, sir.
When the question is, when is your contract coming to an end? You should say the contract is coming to an end of this month. Simple.
Okay,
If they
sir.
ask you any follow-up question, how come you have a very longer contract? Then you can say, oh, my contract was for 1 year and now it got extended to
3 months.
3 months, and there won't be any more extension.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
This is where we lose opportunities. These are very sensitive questions. If you say that you have 2 more months to end the contract, then obviously the discussion is not going to go further, because they might be requiring a candidate who can join within a couple of weeks. Then obviously you won't fit into that race, right?
Yeah, sir. But my doubt is, like, if it is 1 year, 1 year is finished, then how come we can say it's 3 months, like end of this 11 month, or like 13 months, 14 months? Like, do we have any?
You don't have to say that. You don't have to say that unless they ask you.
Okay, if they ask. Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Let's go to Priyanka, who is over energetic today because she passed the screening interview. So let me see if she is still energetic.
Yes.
So Priyanka, what is the current role in your company?
Uh, I'm a data analytics engineer in IQVIA.
You are a data analytics engineer in IQVIA.
Yes.
Okay, tell me, what are your day-to-day activities in IQVIA?
I start my day with setting up my work desk, and then I check my work emails and see if there are any meetings scheduled throughout the day. If there are no meetings scheduled, then I immediately start working on the data that I have. If I have to do any visualization part, then I do that, or else if there is something I have to perform analytic operations, then I do that. After that, immediately I try to be there with my team, and we will have a quick chat, and after that I will be talking to my team lead about the progress. And usually we will have scrum call in the morning, but even after the lunch we will have a quick chat, and at that point I will take little break and see how much far I have done the things. And a, and once in few days we will have client meeting, and I will be there giving the updates to client regarding how much work has been done. That is what I do throughout the day.
Excellent. So you have given a clear picture as if you are working in that company, which is very good. So good job on that.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go to whom shall I pick up now? Chandra, who is very eager to get out of this call. So Chandra, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Chandra, I'm a recruiter. Okay. So let's start with a mock. So I'm recruiter John and you are Chandra. So I'm asking you, hey Chandra, how are you going? How is it going today?
Hi, John. Everything is fine. How about you?
I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. So Chandra, we have a very important role with Rogers. I just wanted to check with you if you are available in the market.
Yes, I'm readily available in the market.
You're ready? Are you available immediately, or what is your situation like?
I'm available immediately. I'm looking for opportunities.
Okay, so are you currently working?
Yes, I'm currently working at NCQL as a data engineer.
Data engineer. So for which client are you working?
I'm currently working for NCPA.
For which client?
Client name, sure, sir.
So you have to tell me. You have to get one client name always on your brain, or you can randomly
Inside
say, okay,
technologies.
CIBC, or you can say BMO, or you can say whatever
Okay.
client you have worked for. Okay.
I'm currently working for CIBC client.
So the current job, whatever you are working, Chandra, is it a full-time job or a part-time job? I mean, contract job.
It's a contract job. So it was a
So
contract for
are you
2
looking
years.
for, in your next opportunity, are you looking for contract or full-time?
So, like my preference is full time, but like anything, I'm flexible for like for any type of position.
But you're contradicting your statement, right? You're saying in the first one, you're saying your preference is full-time. And in the second point, you're saying you're flexible.
Flexible.
Yeah, so you should not say that. You should
So
always
if they
say,
have a full time position, sir, if they have a full time position, but but they don't tell me what position they have,
hmm,
and
hmm.
how do I respond to that? If they have a contract position and they just ask randomly,
Yeah, you're
which
saying you're flexible, which means you're okay with either full-time or part-time, right?
yes, I'm
Contract, right?
flexible in both ways. Yes.
Yeah, so you should not say your preference. Even though you have a preference in mind, you should never say that your preference is full-time or your preference is contract. Because if you say your preference is full-time, if the recruiter comes to you asking about a contract job, then it is going to be a deal breaker, and vice versa.
Okay.
Right? This I have told in many mock interviews.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, let's pick up Vasi.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Vasi, um, let me pick up a technical question for you. So, Vasi, in your current job, are they following any agile methodologies?
They sure are, sir. But I mean, there are Scrum meetings, Scrum calls going on every day. So I guess, yeah.
No, just because Scrum calls are going on every day doesn't mean the company is following agile methodologies. You have to understand that Scrum is different and agile is different.
Hmm.
Okay, so my question was, is your company following agile methodologies? It should be a binary answer, either a yes or a no.
Right.
What is the answer?
Well, I'd say yes, because almost every company is good. Going.
Okay. What about, is it lean agile or what is the other one? Is it lean agile or a normal agile?
I mean, I guess it's a lean agile because we are working on Kanban boards and backlogs and reports. So
So is it does it come under lean agile or scaled agile?
um, well, I can't. I guess Kanban boards come under lean agile. So
What is the difference between lean agile and scaled agile?
well, I don't really know the answer for that.
What is that?
I don't really know the answer for that.
Yeah, you should study.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
this is very
maybe
important. Most of the organizations currently, especially bigger enterprises, are following scaled agile framework. SAFe.
Okay.
Okay, safe agile, scaled agile framework.
Right.
Whereas normal companies who are not scaled, generally they follow lean agile method. So you should be understanding the differences between lean agile and scaled agile. That is one of the frequently asked questions.
Okay.
Okay, so Aaron, did you get chance to study about agile in any way? Not yet.
Not yet, but I do know some of it. Like I knew what lean agile was and I knew what agile is. I didn't know what the scale agile was.
Okay. Scaled agile, then you should try to read something on the internet. I think there is also a course in your training curriculum to cover.
I believe so. It's towards the end of the learning phase.
Okay, so tell me some of the agile ceremonies that are happening in your current job.
Sorry, I didn't study this.
You did not study this?
I not studied this yet.
Who can answer this? Let's give it to Dheeraj. Dheeraj, tell me some of the agile ceremonies that are happening in your current job. You're on mute.
Sprint retrospective, agile. I didn't
Go
study
in a
agile.
sequence.
Okay.
So number one is backlog grooming sessions, which is a ceremony.
Yeah.
And then you go with estimation. Okay, story estimation meetings. That is another one. then
Sprint reviews.
planning meeting.
Yeah.
And then sprint kickoff. And then daily scrum call.
Standard. Yeah.
And then the sprint retro. Right? So these are the standard. This is a standard answer.
Yeah. Just
Okay. So this is a very standard answer, which in many interviews they will be asking you. So better prepared for this.
Yes,
I
sir.
asked this question almost like 20, 30 times in almost all the mock interviews. But
Yes, sir.
still you guys are not able to answer.
Yeah. So regarding the agile, I prepared a sheet before the interview. I just study the sheet and I'll go with that. So
But are you not following the mock
I
interviews?
I am following, sir. I know there are like 5 or to 6 daily stand-up, sprint retros, but I didn't remember exactly though.
Yeah, daily stand-up is not a ceremony.
Oh.
Because it is Scrum meeting. It doesn't come under Agile ceremony.
Yeah, it's a Scrum ceremonies.
Okay, so let's go to Vasavi.
Yes, sir.
Are you a DA or DE?
I'm both, sir. DE
You're
and
both.
DA. Yeah.
So tell me 5 fundamental differences between a data engineer and a data analyst.
Okay, data engineer do the data ingestion process. Data analyst, once the data engineer job done, then the data analyst process start. Once the data is collected in the landing area or the staging area. And data engineer mostly deal with the ETL tools, and data analyst mostly deal with the analysis tools. Those are Power BI, Tableau. And data engineer work mostly deal with the coding, more coding. In data analysis, it's not much coding required.
What coding are you referring to?
Referring to preparing the scripts for the transformations and ingestion process, the Python scripts and the SQL scripts.
Okay. Go on. 3 are done. I need 2 more.
And data analyst mostly interact more with the client than data engineer.
Okay. One more.
That's all I have right now.
So we can say data modeling is done by engineer, not by analyst.
Okay, so good. So again, you guys in fact have to prepare after this call. You guys in fact have to prepare 10 differences between a data analyst and a data engineer. There are lots of links in Google. Okay, so but good job on the answer.
Okay, thank you.
Let's go to Maunika, QA. QA, right?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. So Maunika, tell me what is a V model?
In V model, like it is it's not agile. I mean, it has a similar steps in agile model, like requirement gathering, everything. But there, the process it will happen in a sequential manner, like after the I mean, once the requirements are collected, the next process it won't start unless that process is completed.
I did not. Where is the V here? I want to see the V in your answer.
The management, it will happen in sequential model compared to Agile. Agile, it will happen like everything in parallel model. The process involved in the product development.
So Radha, would you like to give a try? Where is Radha?
Yes, sir. The V model is a old model where we gather the requirement first and and we design for the requirement parallelly and then the other. And we will implement according to that requirement, and we'll test, and we deploy and maintenance.
Yeah, this is a question asked to me in 2002 when I was attending my very first interview. Okay, Sri Lakshmi, would you like to give a try?
Yes, sir. V model is basically verification and validation model. During the project, once first thing verification is done to make sure whether all the requirements are working fine or not. It starts with mm, requirements analysis phase. Parallelly, testing is also involved in it. Then comes design phase. In each and every phase, testing is involved. Then comes the testing phase. After the testing phase, validation is done. Validation is done, and deployment phase. Then comes the maintenance.
Okay. So are you guys able to see my whiteboard? Is it visible by any chance?
Yes.
No, sir. No, sir.
Sir, it says you need access.
Okay. Okay. This is I upgraded Google, so I'm trying new features. Let me know if you guys are able to see my screen. Not this one. Yeah, this one. Are you guys able to see?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So V model will be like this. So this is V, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So here we have
Requirements analysis.
requirement analysis. So development requirements,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So here we have test requirements.
Test requirements. Yes.
Same. Here we will have software design.
Yeah, software design.
And there you will have
Test design.
test design, which means you will create
Test plan.
You'll create test plan, test strategy, whatever you wanted to do it.
Yes.
And then after design, we do coding here.
Coding.
So while the coding is happening, what does the tester do?
The tester
Test
will
planning.
Sanitary testing.
Yeah, so while there is this, when the tester is doing the coding, when he's coding for the feature 1, then the tester is going to do the test execution. For feature 2. When he's coding for feature 2, test execution is going to happen for feature 1.
Chairman.
Right? Or
Yeah.
round 1, whatever they say. And at the last, we have
testing.
Deployment. Sir.
No, we have the sanity and smoke.
Smoke.
Sanity testing is done, no, smoke and sanity. Smoke is done by developers.
Sanity is done by the tester.
Sanity is done by testers. So since this set of activities are in V shape, it is called as V model.
V model.
Clear? So it's shared with everybody. So you guys can go through it. This is again a very important concept. There is also called as a W model. I want you guys to study about that.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so next let's catch hold of Japinder.
Yes, sir.
Japinder, can you explain me the journey of your career from a non-IT profession to an IT profession?
Okay, so although I started working as a Salesforce admin in 2020, but what motivated me to drift towards technical from non-technical was in 2019. I worked for BPO where they use Salesforce as their CRM tool. So from 2019, eventually I started learning Salesforce, and I was able to get a job by 2020 as a Salesforce admin.
Excellent, but you have to add more masala to it. You have to really tell them that you are quite excited seeing how the Salesforce work, and you really wanted to become a Salesforce administrator, and so that masala and emotion you have to add in your answer. It has to be very convincing, not look very generic.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so let me try the same answer with somebody else. Who is from non-IT to IT? Susila, why don't you give a try?
Yes,
Can you
sir.
explain me your journey from a non-IT profession to an IT profession?
Basically, while I was studying, I took electronics and communications, but I couldn't form a career because I was married and I was taking care of the family. But meanwhile, I was doing a course with testing. I thought nowadays computers is ongoing. So then I was fascinated with the testing methodologies and scripting and all. So I thought this would be the field in which I would like to flourish. Then slowly I shifted to data engineering and data analyst concepts, and I like data engineering, so I switched my career into this.
Again, masala is not there.
Okay.
You have to add a lot of it.
Sadanga adugute, it's like difficult to think. We need to be
Interview is
prepared.
all about getting questions suddenly and
Yeah.
giving answers spontaneously. So the same answer I will explain you how to tell in a better way. Okay. So in the past, I was more of a homemaker and I was doing some non-technical jobs, but my husband is into an IT profession, and he was a data analyst by profession in the past. And daily I used to see his work, and he used to prepare very fancy dashboards. And out of curiosity, I asked him one day, what are all these dashboards? And he explained me what is the significance of a dashboard and what happens after the dashboard is created, how we can make decisions, and how these dashboards are created. So that has really excited me to ask my husband, hey Vamshi, can I also learn this kind of a dashboard? Do you think I can learn? And my husband gave a good encouragement that yes, Sushila, you can also learn. So that's when I joined training in data analytics and started to pursue my data analytics as a profession. And in fact, while doing data analytics, I also got fascinated with data engineering. I also become a very excellent data engineering professional as well. And now I'm certified in both data analytics and data engineering. So that will wow the interviewer. So that will give you out of 100, 20, 30 points already reserved for this answer. So the rest is for the remaining answers. So whenever you're telling this journey, you have to really convince that it is a real answer and not something cooked up. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Let's catch hold of one more female with some breaks. Who is female with some breaks? Bhumi. Bhumi, I see a break of 5 years in your career. So can you explain what is the reason for that gap?
Yeah. I took break for 5 years because I have twins baby, so I have to take care of them, and I have some care of them because in Canada we are living one alone, me and my husband only. So I don't have any family member here to take care of my child. That's why I took the break of 5 years.
Okay, so you guys know the answer, right? So Bhumi, you have answered it well. So the standard answer for ladies, if they ask you anytime what is the reason for your break, the standard answer you should be telling is because of your maternity reasons. Right? Clear? So don't deviate from this answer. Okay, don't try to act smart and try to add own masalas. Stick to the basics. Any reason, whether you are married or no, not if unmarried, but if you are married and if you have a break, then always tell maternity as a reason for the gap in your career.
Yeah, if we don't have child, then also we show that we have
Yeah.
child.
Then what will be the answer for singles? Harjot, you're single, right?
Yes, sir.
You're single. So if they ask the same question to you, what would you say?
So in this case, I can say that I was having some family issues with my parents, so I have to go back to India, and that because of that, I'm having some breaks in my career.
People generally don't compromise on their career to handle family issues in general. Okay, some people does it, but
I can say I'm a single child of my parents, so that's why.
yeah, for singles, whether it is male or female, the standard answer that you can say, I mean, there can be different answers, but the standard answer which I have seen quite working is there were health issues with my parents, so I have to be with them. So I had to pause my career a bit and thought of taking care of my parents in person alongside, so that I can share my love and affection towards them. So this is one standard answer you can say, and I have seen this answer working for many people. This will also give a positive impression on you that you shower your love and affection towards your parents, and you are basically a caring mentality. So that will add some plus point to your career.
Yes, sir.
Because if you show caring to your kids and not kids with your parents, then you'll also show caring to your team members, right? If somebody is in trouble, you'll be caring about them. If somebody needs any help, you will be helping them. So that implies a professional positivity. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So what will Sai Kiran, what will you say if somebody asks you about the gap in your career, if you have any gap?
I would tell the same answer you guide us now. I took a break to go back home, which is India, to take care of my parents' health. So that's why you're seeing that gap in my resume.
Okay. And what would married males answer for this question?
No support for doing maternity things for my wife, so I was the only person who took care of her while she was pregnant and helped her in raising the baby for at least 6 months.
Are there no married men here?
I think that would be.
Muttuza is there. Muttuza, what would you say?
My voice is not good now, so I cannot say no.
What is that?
I can talk.
You can, oh, okay, you're sick, right? Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry for that.
Yeah, so I think the answer is same. If you are if you are a married man, and if they ask you about any gap, if at all you have any gap in your career, then you can say that my wife has conceived twins. So with two babies, it was very difficult for my wife to manage them, and my parents are also back home. They could not come because of the visa issue. So I was the one who decided to give a pause to my career and take care of my babies till the time they grew up to some extent. So this is standard answer that you can give, which is most of the times it is a valid answer. You can see that what is the gap. If the gap is 5 years, then this story won't work out. The gap is say 1 year or 2 years, this story might work out. If it is 5 years, then you have to think of another story like going to back home to take care of my family members' health and take care of them in person for all their medical issues. So depending on the situation, you have to tweak your story. Okay, let's go to Vikshit. Did I answer
Yes, sir.
already, or is it the first time you're asking?
It's first time, sir.
Yeah, Chandra, now you can leave.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. You're asking, okay. Let's mock a situation.
Okay.
In fact, I have, are you watching my videos, which I'm doing related
Yes, sir.
to the career ones?
Yeah.
So recent videos. So Vikshit, you are in Calgary, like Vasavi.
Okay.
Okay. Now a recruiter called you for an opportunity in Toronto.
Okay.
Okay. So let's see how you will handle the situation. Hey Vikshit, good morning.
Hi. How are you doing? I'm good.
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Vikshit. Hey, Vikshit, I know you're in Calgary, but this opportunity is in Toronto. So are you willing to relocate to Toronto?
Yeah, I'm actually planning to relocate to Toronto.
Any reasons for relocation?
Yeah, my girlfriend lives there, so I'm trying to rebound. So I'm planning to move to Toronto.
Okay, very good. Very smart answer, Vikshit. I like it. Okay, okay, very good. And this is on-site job. Are you comfortable with that?
Yeah, I'm comfortable with on-site jobs.
Okay, excellent. So this is one scenario where you can say what is the reason for your relocation.
Okay.
Okay, so what are the standard relocation answers that you can tell?
Like moving.
Not you. We will ask others whom we did
Okay,
not. Sanket, Aaron, Cecilia, Kushbu. Tell me the answer. What is the reason for your relocation? What would you say?
I'm flexible for the relocation just
Yeah,
because my
but
family.
you need to give a justification why you are planning to relocate.
Just because my families are staying there, so I'm able to move there.
Then what are you doing in Calgary if your family is in Toronto?
I'm here for the study. Like I'm just studying further. Like so.
We should not tell about studies.
So I will say like I'm working there like for the part time. Like so I just came here.
No, you have to tell a very solid answer. Like here we are unable to handle the cold.
Okay. So I will say like I'm not able to handle the cold.
Or you can say your boyfriend is there if you are not married. Your
No, I'm
husband
married,
is
sir. I'm married.
Yeah, if you are married, that you can say that your husband got job in Toronto and you're figuring out ways to move to Toronto, and this is one nice opportunity I got.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
The story changes. The whatever the reason or justification you give changes from situation to situation, person to person, right? So if your husband is also into IT, or even if he's not into IT, you can tell the story that, yeah, my husband got job in Toronto a couple of months back, but I'm stuck up here. I'm figuring out a way to move to Toronto, and this job opportunity came right on time, and I would definitely like to pursue forward with this opportunity.
Okay.
Then they will, even they get 5 candidates, they will give highest preference to you because you have explained your family situation really well. So even if you've done very little in the interview, they will give you more preference.
Okay, sir.
Understood? Now let's go to Atul.
Yes, sir.
Atul, I am calling from Service Canada. Okay. And this opportunity is for Service Canada as a data scientist. Are you willing to join in the federal company?
Yes, definitely. It's a good opportunity for me.
Unfortunately, this is a contract role. Would you like to still pursue it?
Yes, I am open to both contract and permanent role. I don't have any
Very good.
problem.
And hey, Atul, to proceed forward with this, I would like you to share 3 references
Yes.
in your past job. So are you willing to share them?
Yes, definitely. I have my 3 references from my previous companies. So I'll share with you.
Okay, now I'll change the script. Okay. Atul, I'm calling from SI Systems for the client Rogers. So would you be willing to share the client manager references?
Client manager references in the sense?
I mean, would you be willing to share the references to the client?
Yes, I can. I'll sure. I have my references and I can share.
No, the answer is wrong. So if anybody asks you for references, you have to say you're not comfortable sharing the references.
Okay, why? But like nobody ever asked me till yet. But
yeah, that's why I'm asking you. If somebody asks you, you should say that you are never ready to share the references now, but you are flexible to share them when the discussion reaches the offer stage.
Okay.
Not at the very beginning. But there is an exception for this. The exception is sometimes for federal projects. That's why first example I asked about Service Canada. For federal projects, they take references beforehand. They will do all the due diligence first before even proceeding with the interview process, which is a very valid process for government companies. But for private companies, it is not the process. Many a time recruiters take these references and they try to use it for their own business, but they really don't mean to check or do your due diligence.
Okay. What if they ask for references to check the genuinity of the past experiences? Maybe.
They will ask you the same way, but you should say you are not comfortable.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So we'll stop here and we'll continue next week. Okay. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.